Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. Mr. Brother Mawad coming to you again out in the highway and the byway. Bringing out this gospel, this truth, to edify the hopefully lack of Yahshua Israel, so-called blacks and Americans and Latinos. More than 2/3 of our people of the impending judgment that's coming to Great Babylon, America. It's always a pleasure to let myself, you like the so-called white man, know that the end of your wicked rulership is coming soon. Before we get started, the service give all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The Lord is and teaches others and apostles great good soul, likewise, folks from the truth. Faith and fearless and free the sheep of your brothers and sisters are tuning in. Shalom. You might be able to hear me. I'm going to project my voice. Okay, as hard as I can. It's a little kind of windy. Trying to adjust the camera. But here we are right now, a couple of days out from what is known as Christmas, where our dumbass people, the so-called blacks, the so-called Native Americans, and the so-called Latinos and Hispanics worship that bullshit holiday called Christmas. Of course, they're preparing to go party and get in the spirit of work. Okay, something called New Year's. All right? But what they don't do is they don't stand up as watchmen, especially these men, okay, and understand that right now, as you try to get into the spirit of work, you know, decorating, buying gifts, you're making reservation for that doggone tasteless dinner at some bogus restaurant, okay? Your enemy is plotting to execute your entire family, okay? Let's go into, let's start off with our first scripture here. Let's go into the book of, Proverbs 21 and verse 12, starting verse 12, and it reads, "The righteous man wisely considered the house of the wicked, but power overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness." Okay, so we always consider, okay, what this man is looking to do. Okay, you had Trump come out the other day and he said, what, this might be the last Christmas here in Great Babylon, America. Why the hell would he come on and say something like that? Okay, you had the other day, they started to discuss 6G, which 6G is actually going to be coming out in 2028. Okay, but in reality, they're looking at it to be full-fledged the way 5G is in 2030, which would be right on time for their 2030 agenda that they're talking about, which is going to be a lot of automation, AI, okay, and really at that time what they're looking to do is how all you doggone so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos and Hispanics, okay, in order. In other words, have you in those doggone internment camps, okay, doing hard labor for free, okay, or putting you to death, okay, and cleaning up these cities of what they think are vermins, okay, vermins. And that's why you see right now, the ICE agents and these other agents are going around these cities, okay, grabbing up jakes, and then they even start to go into these other tribes, communities, okay. It says, "Whoso stoppeth his ear at the cry of the poor, he also should cry himself, but shall not be heard." Okay, we can look at that in many kind of ways. You can look at the fact that, okay, when you go to the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, okay, the rich man was crying because his version of hell was so bad, he was asking for begging and begging and begging for mercy. Okay, and then Abraham reminded him that he had all good things in his lifetime. Okay, and Lazarus, who's the 12 tribe of Israel, only had evil things, which is what we have right now. We're having a lot of evil things. Okay, we're not enjoying life the way we're supposed to enjoy life. Okay, you're not safe. Okay, you have a lot of people that they walk around in the front like, you know, they feel like they're safe or they're gonna make it or whatever case like that, but you're not safe. Okay, but you had one of the things you can look at is when you look at the lower level Edomites, okay, who had the position of maybe hiring a Jake or helping Jakes out. They didn't do that. Okay, you know, they didn't do that. They weren't worried. They had fun. They thought it was amusing to take your application or take your resume and put it at the bottom or throw it inside the garbage. Or if they even do call you in for an interview, it was more to say that it was more to tick a box and say that they're committing themselves to diversity. Okay. And basically, the interviews were basically more of a mockery. Tell me I'm lying. Okay, tell me if I'm lying. I'm talking about going for a job that pays money. I'm talking about that pays money. Now, I'm not talking about $20 an hour job. Not to despise a $20 an hour job, but I'm talking about like actual money, career, six-figure salary job. Okay, so now they're losing. They're finding that they were not irreplaceable. Okay, that their self-perceived white privilege is actually not working for their ass, okay? And now they're crying. Not only is their king not hearing them, But we, okay, the people at the bottom, we don't give a fuck, man. You fucked around and found out. All right? Let's go into, this is Proverbs 29, and starting with verse 23 reads, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Okay, and we know the humble in spirit are only going to be the righteous man, the man who are diligently serving Yahweh Shai. Okay, the man that are working on their salvation with fear and tremble. Okay, it's not going to be, okay, just your ordinary nigga and spick out there on the highway and the byway. Okay, walking around, immersing themselves in the society. It's definitely not going to be the Edomites. Okay, because they have no reason to be humble. Okay, they're going to be proud because when they talk about it, they say, what? I'm proud to be an American. They wave the flag, they lie about landing on the moon. Okay, they basically use their science as a means of basically categorizing the intelligence of people on this earth, which we all know that the most intelligent people on this earth is what you see on the 12 tribe sign right here. Okay, so-called blacks and Americans, and Latinos and Hispanics are the most intelligent people. Without us, there would not be no America. There would not be, okay, no United States. There would not be anything here. They learn everything from us, okay? Even how to beg, so to speak, if you go back, if you really go back to the Moors, okay? It says, whoso is partner with a thief hated his own soul, he heareth cursing and bewrayed it not, okay? You have, what was it, that group, Genesis, or not Genesis, I can't remember the name of the group, but they immersed themselves in the, I guess, black Muslims. You have a lot of these other groups, okay, that are immersing themselves in Esau philosophy, you know, teaching, you know, the name of Esau's deity, which Jesus is not a deity. It's just an image of a fucking faggot, man, okay? Caesar Borgia. He has no power whatsoever. There is a living power, okay? But you have these groups, rather than defending the honor and integrity of Yasharallah on this earth against all odds like we do, they rather actually partner with them. They rather actually turn around and bring our people down into more jollity and stupidity. All right. First of all, they don't teach them the name of the true power, the true living power, which is Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Okay, when you talk about the Almighty, Yahweh, who's the Father, and then the Son, okay, who's going to come in great glory to put this man down, okay, is Yahweh Shai, who the word when called Jesus. All right? They don't teach that. They teach instead, okay, the philosophies of the world. Okay, they partner with them. You know, they have their non-profit organization, matching t-shirts, logo, okay. And if you're ignorant and you didn't know any better, that's one thing. But they know better. They know better. Their leader know better, but they don't care because it's fashionable. Because they follow the ways of this world. Because why? They don't speak the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. Okay, because they don't love you. Okay. It says, the fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shai, should be safe. So if you have a fear of man, if you have a fear of what people think of you, if you have a fear of acceptance, if you have a fear of the people that are in worship power, okay, whose only job or only mindset, okay, is to constantly put you down, okay, then you are always going to be in the snare. You're going to be caught up in that snare. The problem is, if you doggone man don't stand up for yourself, you men don't rule your house with the doggone woman. You men don't turn around and put your woman in order. Your woman is not in order. Because y'all fashion yourself after the world. Y'all know damn well that a boy should be transformed into a girl should be transformed into a boy. Okay, two men should be hugging and kissing like a doggone man and a woman. But yes, sir, y'all keep quiet about it. Y'all don't want to offend the Rainbow Coalition. Who gives a flying crap about the Rainbow Coalition? Okay? Sodomy is wickedness. So if you're a sodomite, you need to repent right now. Okay? It says, many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment coming from the Lord, Yahweh Shai. I said, well, honest, we don't see the Most High. We don't see the Most High. We don't see Yahweh Shai. We don't see the angels them. At least not the way they are. Okay? but we know their presence is around us and their presence is in us. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Okay. So when you look at that, Esau can kill the body. Like I mentioned before, every brother in this ministry, if you're a real prophet, or you think you are, you should have the mindset that you may be the one that the Lord choose to get the guillotine publicly, to get executed publicly, to get your hair chopped off, okay, to be beaten to death publicly, okay. You might be that martyr. Don't assume it's going to be an elder brother or a guy or a brother that's get 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers and very popular, everybody shalom and whatever, blowing smoke or whatever cases like that. It might not be that person. We don't know if that. You don't even know if those brothers going to endure it in the end. You don't know that. That's why everybody has to work on their own salvation. So you should be in the spirit that the Lord may choose you, okay, to be the martyr. Not necessarily the brother that knows more than you or knows more scripture than you. Okay? And you get some cats that kind of think they want to stand up in the back line and think that somebody else should be taking the being in front of the line to take the whooping and stuff like that. Nah, man, carry your own cross. That's what Yahushua demanded of us. Carry your own cross, man. Okay? Don't just stand up there and be all quiet and meek and in the corner and stuff like that, man. Step the hell out there. Make your own camp. Okay? Go and find your own spot. You speak on your mind. It's impacting your ass. It's been impacting your ass from day one. Whatever this wicked doggone devil do, okay, it's impacting you individually, your household individually. Speak your doggone mind, man. Okay? An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. So we're an abomination to the wicked because we're upright in our way. Okay, people are going to drive by here. It's an amusement for them. Why is this guy standing up out here? Oh, it's Sunday church or whatever case like that. Well, hey, how many pastors stand up with a doggone cell phone, 3 feet away from them, filming themselves on the side of the road. Okay, in the hot sun or the cold or the wind or the dust blowing up in their nostril. They don't. Okay, so we're not out here for your amusement. We're out here for the death. The Lord is going to bring his sheep to you if he chooses you. So y'all can keep driving your car in your metal coffin. It doesn't make any difference. Okay? It doesn't make any difference. Okay? We know that what we do is an offense to the wicked. The wicked is Esau the Edomite, okay? The so-called white man. He is wicked. So this is an offense. Good. We don't care. At least I can speak for myself. I don't care. All right? Let's go into Jeremiah 5 and starting with verse 20. Start here. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 5. Starting with verse 20. This is the book of Jeremiah 5, starting verse 20, and it reads, "Declare this in the house of Jacob, the 12 tribe of Israel, and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, and which have ears and hear not." So you have eyes, okay? Hey, what's more obvious here? There ain't no admission ticket to come here to hear the word, right? There's about 150 parking spaces in the back of me, all right? 150 parking spaces, no admission, but hey, people right now, they're busy because I guess, what is it, New Year's Eve is on Wednesday, a couple of days from now, the weather's going to change, so they're going off right now to go enjoy themselves, okay? This is not beneficial to them, it says, and they definitely don't want to hear it, all right, because it's telling you that you have to change your ways from Great Babylon in America. You have to stop following what you think is life. This is not life. This place is just death. Okay? It means, fear ye not me, said the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Will you not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sound of the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over. So they can make up, okay, the mark of the beast. They can make up all the sign. They can come up with all the evil. They can come with all these things, and all these people can roar, because all you have is a spirit of just bitching in this country. All these people know how to do is just complain and whine and bitch. That's all you all know how to do. As long as your life is going really well, okay, you get your ladder in your hand, driving your fat asses in your doggone metal coffin. Okay, life is good. You get a chump change, and you think you get surrounded by people who love you, family members, which are all phony ass fake people that are going to quickly stab you in your back. Okay, all is good. You don't say nothing. You people don't say nothing. You're comfortable. Okay, you're comfortable just being like a midget on the centipede. Just head up the next person's ass and just walking, like a head up in their ass like that. Oh, maybe the guy in the front, he knows where he's going, and blindly the blind. Until it all comes crashing down. And it will come crashing down. And we're going to laugh the hell at you, man. All right? It says, but these people had a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord, our power, that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in the season. He reserved unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. Okay? So bottom line is, if you all don't think about the fact that at some point in time, you have to pay for your iniquities. At some point in time, you have to pay your sins. Okay? Which are iniquities. Okay? That at some point in time, all of this word is going to come to an end. And I'm not talking about like where people go, oh, it just doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. Oh, were you whining and complaining about friggin' just a slight bit of trouble? We're talking tribulation on the scale so bad. You're talking, man, your penis is going to shrivel up. Your balls is going to go up in your damn body. You all know what I'm talking about, that effect when you're nervous or you're scared, okay? When you really literally lose, where your nuts really crawl back up in the body, your penis shrivel up. Come on, tell me a guy, tell me none of you. I know somebody's experienced that, all right? So scared, beyond belief, okay? And that day is gonna come. Y'all are now watching the news of these psychopaths, okay, that are calling themselves rulers. Amalek is angry, man. And the Lord says he's going to visit Amalek. Amalek is those kikes over there in the state of Israel. The fake kikes over there. You hear what Netanyahu said? He wants all the Western nations, okay, to bow down to Israel and basically create laws in their nation to go up that people that what they call anti-Semitism or whatever cases like that. Sound like semen, okay? Because they don't like the fact that people that we who are bringing out these scriptures in the gospel that have identified them as what? The phony ass doggone kikes, the phony ass Jews, man. Y'all are not Jewish, y'all are not Jews, y'all are Jewish. The Negroes, okay, are the true Jews, okay? Beginning with Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, okay? Those are the true Jews. Then you have the Israelites, okay, which are the other tribes. Y'all just live in the state of Israel. That is not the land or the kingdom of Israel, all right? But anyways, our people, you don't see, you don't care, you don't fear the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, because you fear man. And so that keeps you in a constant snare all the time. So you feel some way when you're being let down. Like, what's going on? Okay, I was just watching the video yesterday, and there's so many homeless people, and I'm talking about Edomites, living in these beat up, cheap ass doggone Winnebago. They don't even they can't even afford the damn good Winnebago. They're getting these like cheap cardboard type Winnebago that if it rains too hard, it melts. Okay, if it's too hard, it actually cracks in half and just fall apart. I've seen this physically myself. And Lord willing, I'll be going up to Northern California early part of next year for business. And you're going to see it. I'm going to pass through those areas to go take a look at that. The great California. Let's go into Ezekiel 33, 1 to 9. And let's talk about the responsibility, okay, and what our true mission is all about. Because this is what you need to understand. Focus on what our duty is all about. This ain't about doggone who's your buddy, who's your pal, who's this guy, or if you're accepted into this place or that place or whatever case like that. That's not your mission, okay? That's not your mission. Here's our mission right now. Okay? The Lord chooses each individual to do a work. Do the damn work. Don't worry about pleasing somebody, man. This ain't about that. All right? Let's go into Ezekiel 33. and starting with verse 1. And it reads, again, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchmen, so the people grab and take you and go, okay, hey, you know, and it's kind of like a metaphoric like way how they wrote this. But if you're supposed to watch us, then guess what? That means what? You're going to be the one that's going to look for the danger, and you're going to sound the alarm. So you're supposed to be doing your job. You've been identified as the person to do this. Here's, continue on, it says, if when he see the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, so he's doing his job, he's diligent about it. Then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his own head. So it's your own damn fault. Okay? Hey, look, they're coming. The enemy is coming over this way. So here you are right now, the prophets out in the highway and the byway on the unicorn, putting out videos. You got brothers that throw 4 or 5 videos a day, or they throw a video every other day, or they throw 2 videos a day, whatever the case is like that, whatever is your Lord, or whatever the Spirit is on you. But nonetheless, you can never, nobody can ever come and say that there's not enough variety of videos or the way brothers bring out lessons. Because we all have our own type of flavor and how we bring it out. So the warning has been going out there to you people. But you don't want to listen. Because at some point in time, a lot of you broadcast when people think that you're something that you're not. You're proud as hell. Oh, I can't listen to him. He's just a nigger. Oh, I can't listen to him. He's just a spit. Oh, I can't listen to him. He's just a Native American. Then what the hell are you? Then what the fuck are you? How great are you to the fact that you can't listen to the warning that the prophets are giving out to you? Okay? The fact that your enemy is going to grab your ass out of your house, drag you out there screaming and kicking, okay, including your damn kids. You think they give a crap with your kids, and they can throw you in these internment camps. We identify and we tell you who you are, okay? But you wanna go by your corporate identity. It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took no warning. His blood should be upon his own head, but he that taketh warning should deliver his soul. So there's the 1/3 left that's going to be doing that. It says, but if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he's taken away his iniquity. With his blood will I require the watchman stand. He's seen the watchmen, okay, who didn't stand and watch. Okay, in fact, they turn around and they usher the enemy into the camp. Okay, when I use the word camp, I'm talking about into the people. Let's use our ISUPK for example. Who told Jake Stem that they should go take the Jam Juice? Okay, who told Jake to go take the Jam Juice? You had some of these other camps that didn't really voice it because they didn't want to get their $20,000 or $30,000 page, subscriber page taken down. So they kept quiet about it. In the meantime, the true prophets, okay, if you take a look at them, you see page number 15, 16. That tells you just how many pages are taken down, doing their work. Okay, doing their work. So what the Lord is going to do? The Lord is going to hold that watchman accountable. If you are not warning these people about the MOTP, okay, the mark of the beast, that they shouldn't be taking that no matter what, that they should trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemashah no matter what, even if it's going to mean death, then you are not doing your job. You're just another doggone piece of shit, worthless, okay, man walking with no balls, man. The Lord is not looking for no sissy man. You got to be bold as a lion. Walk with your head up like a damn king. You dudes what walk around so sensified and so sissified and stuff like that. You're kings, you're gods, man. You're Spanish, you're Latinos, you so-called blacks, you so-called Native Americans, you're gods. Stop being little bitches. Act like the king that you are. It says, so thou, son of man, hast set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and warn them for me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, and thou dost not speak. Okay, we got a gust of wind here. Speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity with his blood. What I require a dying hand. Okay, so if you're a faggot, stop being a faggot. Okay, the Lord doesn't like sodomites. He didn't create his favorite people be sodomites. So you stop being a devil sodomite. We don't hate you personally, but your ways, okay, it's not the way that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shad, okay? It doesn't please him, let's put it that way, all right? So Salakia here, we have a little bit of us going on today. And the weather's been incredibly shitty. Tomorrow's going to be real cold. Okay, let's go to Romans 3. The book of Romans 3, starting verse 3. Okay. Book of Romans 3. I'm between some mountains and stuff there, so it gets very windy here, and I haven't been able to find a spot where I can get a wind from the block. So unfortunately, it's either come out here or I just stay at home and do the work. Okay, so this is the book of Romans 3, verse 3 says, "But what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of power without effect? Power forbid that, yea, that power be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged." Okay, so bottom line is this, is we're not here for you to believe. If you want to believe, that's your business. I don't know you from Adam. I don't know you from shit. Okay, we're going to know each other in the kingdom. We're gonna know each other in the kingdom, but for right now, I don't know, and I'm not trying to know you. Okay, all my job is to simply do is warn you. Okay, it's to warn you. So if you don't believe, you're not hurting my feelings. You're not hurting any of the other brothers' feelings who are just the truth. Okay, we're not in there for the subscriber count to like. Hey, if you do, hey, that's great. If you subscribe, that's awesome. We appreciate it. If you like, that's great. But the bottom line is, if you don't believe, you're not hurting anybody's feelings. Okay, that's entirely up to you. We told you about the time it's going to come, okay, that the jobs are going to disappear. Okay, the price of food is going to go up. Okay, that this man is going to come with a sword, okay, towards the children of Israel. And you didn't believe it. Okay? Ever since 2020, you've seen a pattern of the behavior of the doggone devil and how he's going from one wickedness to the next. And each time each wickedness that he jumps on gets more and more and more wicked. It's just a matter of time before they make the decree. They just come on here and just randomly just shoot, kill Jace. For whatever reason, as they start to label us terrorists. And don't think because you're not standing out here and you're not speaking against these doggone these wicked ass people that they're not going to target you. Yes, they are. They are going to target you. Okay? Why? Pursuing the Genesis 27 and 41. What does Esau say? Okay? He said he's going to kill us. He's going to slay his brother Jacob. Jacob is the 12th tribe of Israel. So that includes all of you. So don't think for one thing, if I don't say anything, then I'm not going to be targeted. If I say something good about the devil, then you're going to spare me. Man, hey, stop that weak ass spirit. Because the judgment coming from the Lord, how about Shema Shai? You don't think he see right through your devil weak sissy ass? Okay? He might have you just choking your damn food. Okay? The weird part about it, same dudes who wouldn't stand up here, okay, and represent the Baal Shai. Who wouldn't stand out here and preach this gospel, okay, boldly, in the face of adversity, in the face of these people making mockery. They would strap on a boot, the monkey-ass doggone ACU or BDU costume, and join this man military and go and die for absolutely not a damn reason, not a damn thing, just so that they can be buried in some freaking wrong place. And some certificate go there from it going, oh, he died with honor. What honor? How the hell you can die with honor if you're serving a dishonorable man? Okay, there's no honor, okay, in this damn devil. Let's go into Ecclesiastes 14, starting with verse 4. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 14, verse 4. It reads, "He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods righteously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his good. There is none worse than he that envied himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness." So basically, this is the reason why you're going to have these Edomites clashing. This is the reason why you're going to have, okay, these what they call in civil war right now. Because who's getting impacted in some of these like rural neighbors, towns and stuff like that, where you have like the factories closing down? It's these Edomites, man. They've carved out a life for themselves for generations, and now all of a sudden that's impacted. Okay, let me tell you, when you're a proud person, the last thing you want people to do is see you in a state where you are actually, desperate or where you're destitute. And this is where you see right now these Edomites. They're in a state of destitution, losing everything. Sooner or later, the credit card will run out. The available credit on their credit card will run out. They can't borrow no more because, A, their credit is too bad. First of all, they can't even borrow from their friends, because their friends are like, hey, whoa, hey, Bob, I like you and all that stuff. I can maybe lend you a few dollars, but I can't pay your mortgage every double month for the next 20 fucking years, dog. Okay? So this is what you're seeing happening right now. And this animosity is going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And it's going to be just a matter of time when we're going to see on a daily basis where these crackers are in the doggone street beating the shit out of each other or cancel each other out with a sword, man. Okay? And we've told you, Jason, stay the hell out of it. It's none of your business. But we know you're not going to listen. You're going to go pick sides. Because Becky and Bobby are your best friend. Okay? Let's go to Psalms 10, Psalm verse 5. Let's talk about some of the plans of this doggone wicked devil. It's the book of Psalms 10. Starting verse 5, and it reads, His ways are always grievous. Okay, so it's always bad. Like judgments are far above what is sight, so he doesn't think that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai watches him. As for all his enemies, he puffed at them. He goes, who can challenge me? We got the biggest military on the earth. We got the currency of the world is the American petrodollar. Okay, we can invade and bomb and destroy whoever we choose and we please. We can build who we want. If you're the big guy, like, why you gotta show respect for anybody else, okay? It says, he has said aside, I should not be moved, for I should now be in adversity. His mouth, oh yeah, you're gonna be in adversity. See, when you're proud, like Esau, then you don't think that there's anything greater than you. So since Esau actually don't think of the power, okay, now, they know Yahushua is returning. They know. They probably have the ability to see in deep space and actually see the chariots already lined up. Okay? So they know. They know it's going to happen. Alright? But, in the meantime, okay, they're putting on a big act over here because, again, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai built them with a spirit, with a resilient spirit. They have an extremely resilient spirit. Alright? It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. On his tongue is mischief and vanity. Sit in the lurking place of the villages, in the secret places that he murdered the innocent. His eyes are very present, privy set against the poor. So all of these legislation, every time you see this doggone red man sit down in the Oval Office and he signed another document, he signed another legislation, that's always to work against you doggone Hebrew Israelites. Okay? It's always to work against you. Now, every now and then, they might sign something and go, okay, equal rights and equal this and equal that. Okay, how does that pan out? How does that pan out? Why are you marching and begging for something that was originally yours? Come on, let's ask about that. You saw what they did with the tribe of Gad. Okay, put them out in the damn desert. Okay, and what they don't show you is the amount of alcoholism and suicide, okay, and drug use that's actually on those, what do they call those places? I forgot what they call them. Okay, but you know where Gads and live. Okay, the so-called Native Americans live. Okay, but they don't show you those. Okay, they don't show you the result of being oppressed. So it's always out of the eyes of the people, and this is how you keep that separation. Okay, so right now what we're seeing is, what has always been in the spotlight has always been the Negroes. Now you're starting to see more and more the Latinos. So now people are going to start putting 2 and 2 together and go, wait a minute, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Because it's just a matter of time before they start going, okay, to those, reservations. That's what they call them, Indian reservations. Start going into those reservations. In fact, Trump already came out and said that the so-called Native Americans aren't really Americans. So they actually really want to go back and take their land. But what are you going to find in the land? You took all the land that was actually working that had the oil, okay, that had all the natural good soil to grow food, okay, and you put them in the damn desert, okay, amongst the doggone lizard, the Gila lizard and scorpions and stuff, man. So you want to go take that from them too? So this is what we're talking about, man. Okay, He crouched and humbled himself that the poor may fall by the strong ones. Now, only if you're a fool and you're looking for something that you're going to fall by the strong ones, okay? That you're going to fall for it. See, we're not, we don't take your crouching like that. When they crouch down and they're trying to come up down, play that humble spirit mode or game, we let you know, in the kingdom, you're going to have no choice but to be humble because you're going to get humble, okay? Starting with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to turn and humble you in the front of the world. And then in the kingdom, we're going to be humbling you. You will bow down and you will crouch before the men that you see stand out here on the highway and the byway. So that ain't no surprise to us. We're not impressed by that. That's you're a bottom feeder, Esau. We Edomites are bottom damn feeder, cave dwellers, man. We ain't impressed by you, man. We now know who we are. We now know who you are. Okay? Let's go into the wisdom of Solomon. Let's talk about the fact that, okay, this is going to be a shock, not only to the world, but especially to you jakes out there, okay? Because your lack of faith, your lack of belief, okay, your constant spirit of mirth, okay, you're going to be in this spirit. Let's go into the book of, actually, you know what? Let's go, let's start with verse 1. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5, starting verse 1. It reads, "Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him, and they know account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they look for," because we're going to be beamed up in advanced aerial ships known as UFOs. So advanced, it defies the mind. All right? But on top of that, I like verse 1 because verse 1 says, okay, men are going to stand up in great boldness. We ain't hiding our face. We ain't got no mask on. We ain't hiding by no damn bush. How many cars have driven by here since they've been out here? 1,000, 2,000, whatever. Okay? So we stand up here. We ain't hiding our face. We don't try to block our number. If you want to listen to my conversation, go right the fuck ahead, man. Okay? If you have a camera or spy camera in my house, go ahead. Okay, you can see my dick and my balls, okay, whatever case like that. I'll walk around in my house. But you know y'all are perverts any damn ways. Whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm not even going to fucking even go through the trouble, okay, of trying to friggin' doggone hide myself. You're not. That's why we start on the great boldness. It says, "They repenting of groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within himself, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach." Yeah, that's right. Y'all call us niggas and, you know, kill our YouTube channels and all kinds of crap like that. And you're trying to say we haters or racist. Really? Well, show me the historical pictures, because I have a poster right here. Show me the historical pictures where we were lynching y'all. We hung you from trees where we burn you at stake. Show me the picture, okay, of us in corporate offices. Show me the picture where we slaughtered millions of you doggone Edomites, you crackers, okay, and took your land from you. Show me. Exactly, y'all. I can't prove it, but we have it right here. Y'all make sure y'all properly document your achievements, okay, and your victory over us, okay, so that y'all can mesmerize your ability to come from the caves, okay, and take down kings and gods. So yes, we're gonna point it out to you. You created these things. What are you getting mad at me for? I'm only showing you exactly what the hell you created. You documented it on Wikipedia. You put it online. You put it on your damn computer databases and stuff. We have access to it, and we're gonna bring it up. Okay? To ensure that our people don't fall into the lullaby and fucking sleep. It says, "We fools account this life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of power, and his Lord is among the saints." Because why? Because the Lord chose his elect from the foundation of the earth. Okay? We didn't have a say in it. He chose it. He chose us. We didn't choose him. Okay? So each and every brother in their water time, okay, was waking up to this truth. Okay? And was given the ability to go out and highway and byway, to sleep over to the devil. And I don't see any brother, I don't care who, hey, this should be a pleasure to come out here, okay, and point out to these point out who these kikes are, these phony ass Bilderbergs or Rockefeller, these fucking old parasitic faggots. It should be your honor. You should be happy to come out here. Finally, you have the answer to why the hell we were in doggone hell all in our entire damn life. Okay? So yeah, we're angry. We're angry. We're angry. Okay? But it's in a good way. Alright? So y'all gonna see us beamed up, and y'all gonna be cussing yourself. Look at the fact that y'all wasted your time on this earth. Okay? Worshiping your future slave. Okay? Your future slave. Let's go to Proverbs 1. The book of Proverbs 1, verse 26. And it reads, I also, okay, so now we always like to come with this. And one of these days I'm hoping to make an AI video of how this will actually look. Okay? Because it talks about, actually let's start from verse 20. It says, Wizard cried without, she uttered her voice in the street. She cried in the chief place of concourse in the openings of the gate in the city. She uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in the scorning, and fools say ignore it. So, bottom line is that we know you're going to laugh at us. We know you're going to make fun. All across this nation, you see brothers dress up, okay, in robe, in attire, okay, which is the royal robe that we wear to preach, okay, which is what you see here with the fringes, okay, and we have Bibles in our hand, and we have the sign, and we sign up there and preach. Now, we don't use bullhorn to call you. We're not going to call you. We're not going to beckon for you to come over. If you choose to stop and ask questions and you are in order, your questions will be answered. If not, you will be told to leave, okay? And if you don't, we will throw a curse on your ass and may the Lord destroy you and your entire household, okay? It says, turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, I will make known my words unto you. Most easiest one, Deuteronomy 28. We were in slavery, and it identified who we are, why we're under the curses. That's usually the entry level right there. And then you go from there to get the basics and the meat, you know. But pretty much you start to go into the fact that we are under the curses. We have an enemy. The devil that's in the Bible, that the liar, the deceiver, is in fact the people that put us in there. Okay? They call themselves the Illuminati. Okay? We know them as elites. Okay, the people who are the real true shall call us. And it says, because I have called and ye refused, and I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded, but ye have set not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish coming upon you. Right now, this is what you're seeing. Okay, sooner or later, the welfare is going to stop. Sooner or later, they're not gonna renew it. Sooner or later, okay, more and more people are gonna be out there on the streets. And you see it right now, especially with two women, and a lot of brothers going to the morning with two women, okay, because our women are proud. Latino women are proud. So-called black women are proud. So-called Native American women are proud. You're proud. Now, what is happening right now? A lot of you are single mothers. You can't make ends meet. You're finding yourself in a bind right now because what was the only thing that you had going for you, which was your friggin' doggone coochie. You're finding that men don't even want that because men don't want the agitation and the trouble that comes with trying to get some doggone rotten, some smelly, rotten, stink coochie, okay? You bitches don't even have time to even wash your damn shit between the men, okay? So, y'all are now, okay, feeling it because you're being ignored. Men are going either going overseas, okay? And for the brothers, I'm not talking about brothers, but the men that are going overseas or passport brothers, you're just getting the exact same thing that's over here. The only difference is Ming Ying just might not fucking speak enough English to friggin' complain enough in your head. The Ming Ying is the exact same version of Eve over here. In fact, when you think about the fact that our people are scattered, and if you watch those videos closely, with the passport brothers, they're getting the tattooed bitches over there, the uneducated, okay, Thai bitches or the uneducated Filipino bitch. They're not getting the ones that actually have a career over there, okay? Education, decent, or come from a well-to-do family. They're getting the same hoochie mama from over here. Why are you telling those girls can speak English? They can speak English because you just the next doggone dick coming through town, man, that they can get a doggone meal from, okay? And you think you the man because you're going over there and $10 to take you real far over there, okay? You're not, all right? And I can go into a lesson about that, but I'm not gonna jump on these niggas' parade, man, okay? I'm not even gonna do it. But we, the hopefully elect of Yasharala, we're gonna laugh at you doggone people, okay? In fact, we're laughing already right now because you can't even scroll through YouTube without seeing some nigga or some doggone bitch, okay, freaking doggone whining and crying in the damn camera or some fucking shit, all right? No, really don't eat it. Probably else never caught hell in their life before. I don't know. Okay, let's go into second address 16 because it's you can't really go through a camp without talking about this. Okay, let's go to second address 16 somewhere 67, and it reads, "Behold, power himself is a judge. Fear him and leave off your sins, and forget your iniquities to meddle no more with them forever. So shall power lead you forward and deliver you from all trouble." We're never going to be perfect, that's for sure. Okay, and we were told never to be not use the word but not abuse it. Don't be all righteous. Why kill it yourself? You can't. So there's a balance, all right? But there's clear things that you don't do. That's what the speaks of the Lord that you have control over. One, don't eat pork. Don't eat shellfish. What else? Don't commit adultery with, sleep with other guys, women, shit like that. Don't be a faggot. Those things. For behold, the burning rod of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Oh yeah. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and a reproach and trodden on the foot. Esau is going to grab some of us to try to break us. Okay, and what did the Mashiach say? Okay, fear none of these things that thou shalt suffer. Okay, basically be faithful unto death. So if it came down to it where they waterboard you and drown you, basically chop your head off, so be it, man. You really want to be in a corner with Esau laughing the hell at you? You really want to be in a corner with Esau? You really want to be that guy that Esau break? I don't. I mean, it'll be like the worst night of your life, man, or the worst day of your life, man. You broke all that work, all that mouth, and all of a sudden like that this crack will break you. You didn't even show you some respect. They're gonna laugh at you, kick you in your freaking head. They may even put you to damn dead after what you deserve it. It says, and they that consent unto them should be had in derision and reproach and trodden on the foot. For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those who fear the Lord. You've seen that happening right now, but that's going to go to the next level. There should be like madman sparing them, but so spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay? It's already happening, but it's going to be very, very obvious. It's going to be very obvious. Okay? Listen to this part. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Part of that happening right now where you see people who've been over here 40, 50 years are now being grabbed out of their house with claims that they're illegal and thrown into internment camps. And basically their house is now part of the system, the government system, whatever this is like that. You see how that works? Okay? And you're going to see this. This is going to pick up more and more and more and more. Okay? Like in a time of war, the government can confiscate your house and your possession to use, okay, for military operation. And a lot of people don't understand that. They can do that. Okay? So nothing really here is yours. Okay? And the problem is with our people is that they get very comfortable because, if you have yourself surrounded by a bunch of weak-minded people that are in a comfort spirit, the people that always come and tell you, oh, don't worry about it, it's going to get okay. No, it's not. It's a crock of bullshit. It's not going to get okay. It's not going to get good. Okay? It's going to be bad, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay? But I'm here to tell you that Everything is going to get. The only time it's going to get better is when if you're part of the elect and you get beamed up on the chariot out here before Great Babylon America is destroyed. That's the only time you're going to see better. Other than that, okay, multiple times it talks about a great tribulation. Multiple times it talks about great tribulation. So bad, you got men becoming like women. They can't even think. There's when you look at it, there's what is it? There's fight or flight. Fight or flight. But there's a middle one. You can be so scared you can become what's called petrified. Now, if you understand what petrified is, it's kind of basically the state of death. Okay? So you're so scared that you don't even run or you don't even fight. You just basically stand there frozen. And this is what the Spirit, the Lord is going to put on a lot of men. They really going to be so indecisive. They don't even know run. Okay? Because the elect man will know to run. And the elect man will know when to fight. But the men who are not chosen, man, you're going to be so petrified. You're going to be petrified. Petrified. And that's a good, I'm not thinking about that. That's a lesson I can go into. Okay? Petrified. What does petrified looks like? All right? So let's go into the second one, shifting the sound, verse 4. And it reads, actually, all right, let's go to the second half, verse 15 sound, verse 1 reads, behold, speak thou in the air of my people the words of prophecy, which I put in thy mouth, said the Lord. So basically, we're supposed to tell you, America's going to be destroyed. There's going to be, okay, a mandate where they will force the MOTD on you, the mark of the beast. We tell you there's going to be great starvation. We tell you that there's going to be a lot of famine. Okay, there's going to be sword. That people are going to turn on each other. Okay, but see, this is what you hear. Old beat up car like that, but he's got that music jamming like that. I mean, I wouldn't even ride in that damn shit, man. He'd probably get technitis or something like that, you know. Tetanus, we need a tetanus shot or something like that. Okay. See, and causing to be written on paper for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So, you know, hey, you see a lot of arguments going by amongst the camps. Okay. You see a lot of tossing out, bringing in, whatever the case is like that. You see a lot of disagreements in the world. You see a lot of people saying that what we speak is heretic or untrue, or it's racist, or whatever the hell they want to call it. Okay? Because they've always been in this world, and they want to continue being a slave. See, that's why the scripture says it's Israel a homeborn slave. Take something like the idea of being ruled over by oppressive, unrighteous, wicked, sinful, evil people. They like it. They love it, man. Okay? And they don't want to ruffle the feathers. But that's where we come from. We do. Alright? It says, for all the faithful shall die in their faithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. See? That's part of the prophecy. That's what he said. He said, behold, said the Lord, he's going to bring them. So he said, for wickedness that exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. There it is right there. And then we go on where the Lord is not going to be quiet about it. So this is the reason why you have, okay, the prophets right now on the highway and the byway who's not being quiet about the wickedness of the wicked. Okay, what this man has done to our people, what this man is doing to the other tribes on this earth. Okay, and what is the befaleless man, which is going to be destruction. Okay, this is what our job is. So let's close over the book of Psalms 19 and 9. Okay, Psalms 19 and 9. Okay. And it says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, are true and righteous altogether. So the last thing I read to you in 2nd Ezra was what? That the Lord said he's going to bring okay, judgment on the world, which is going to be, okay, it's going to be famine, the sword, and destruction, okay, death. And I just close out with that is righteous judgment. It is clean, it is righteous, the wicked deserve it, okay? Just like we deserve everything that we went through, okay? But we're still paying for our sins in increments. The Lord ain't killing us, so we always pray. Like the brother, I forgot what his name is, Amawana or Kabah or something like that. He said his greatest fear is to be kicked out of the truth. This is all we got. Yeah, you have other, your life thing that you get going like that, but this is all we got. It's comforting. And I'm not just saying that. It's actually comforting. Okay? This is all we got. So we believe everything. Everything is written in this book. I believe everything is written in this book. So Lord willing, the elect was edified. I close up and give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash, Shalom.